Hello everyone, Mayor Jeff Williams here. Juneteenth is the oldest nationally celebrated commemoration of the ending of slavery in the United States. And this is an important day of remembrance every year. But in 2020, it brings special significance. A time to acknowledge the stain of slavery on America and a call to action for true equality. And as we've seen in recent weeks with protests happening in almost every city and right here in Arlington, we still have work to do when it comes to speaking out against racial discrimination. Racism is real, and it's evident that great pain still exists in communities across this nation. We all need to make sure the voices of the African American community are being heard and recognized. We are living in a moment where collectively we can create real change and dismantle systemic racism at every level, including law enforcement, and to mend divisions and ensure justice for all people in our city. I'd like to read a proclamation now commemorating the annual Juneteenth celebration here in Arlington. Whereas President Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation on January the 1st, 1863, declaring the slaves in Confederate territory free, paving the way for the passing of the 13th Amendment, which formally abolished slavery in the United States of America. And whereas it was not until June the 19th, 1865, that Union soldiers led by Major General Gordon Granger reached Galveston, Texas, with news that the war had ended and that all slaves had been freed. And whereas June 19th has a special meaning to African Americans and is called Juneteenth, combining the words of June and 19th, and has been celebrated by the African American community for over 150 years, and commemorates African American freedom and celebrates the successes gained through education and greater opportunity. And whereas on a larger scale, celebration of Juneteenth reminds each of us of the precious promises of freedom, equality, and opportunity, which are at the core of the American dream. And whereas in June 2020, this annual celebration of freedom comes as the country grapples with its long-standing history of systemic racism amid nationwide protest against police brutality and racism. Now therefore, I, Jeff Williams, Mayor of the City of Arlington, Texas, and on behalf of the Arlington City Council, do hereby proclaim June the 19th, 2020 as Juneteenth in the City of Arlington, Texas, and urge all citizens to become more aware of the significance of this celebration in our history and in the heritage of our nation and city, and in African American heritage, as well as honor the lives, sacrifices, and contributions African Americans have given to build the American fabric. Let's all take a moment to reflect on Juneteenth as we come together to celebrate African American freedom and achievement, while also encouraging continuous self-development and respect for all cultures.